All right, boom. So story time. I'm gonna tell y'all how I got my gastric sleeve, why I got my gastric sleeve, the pros and cons, and then you can make up your own mind as you decide that you want to do it too. Okay, so this for my girlies who decided they want to do this surgery. They feel like they need to lose weight, maybe ain't no other options. Okay, they don't like going to the gym, they don't like eating healthy, all that other good stuff. All right, so boom, here we go. So initially, I was emotional eater. I was eating. If I was angry, I was eating. If I was sad, I was eating. And oftentimes, when you are overweight, those times are overwhelming because it's constantly all the time. Okay, you're depressed, so you're eating. You're eating because you're depressed. You're angry that you're depressed, so you're eating. Baby, that's if you're an emotional eater. I don't know what your reason is. However, moving on. So I was an emotional eater, and I remember initially I was going through a bad situation with my at the time boyfriend. We was constantly arguing, going through scenarios. And one Saturday I had to go to work from 3 to 11. Okay, it's only like 6 or 7 people that go to work from 3 to 11 at my job or whatever. So it was this young lady. I was in a lounge, baby. I'm talking about I was eating, baby, because now that I actually look back, I was eating a lot. I thought I wasn't eating a lot, but I was eating a whole lot. So I'm in there. I got my little Chipotle bowl, honey and steak, rice, guac, corn, all the stuff, all the works. I got the chips on the side. I got some more chips on the vending machine. I got some soda. I got some candy. Because, baby, I'm like, okay, it's going to be a long day. The cafeteria wasn't open on the weekends, and I need to stock up on food, right? Just being gluttonous. But anyway, that's, my mindset at the point, right? So this girl had walked in the lounge 2 times for Amy. She worked at my job, and she was like, she was looking at me, and I was looking at her. She was looking at me, and I was looking at her. And she was like, yeah, girl, it's me. Now, mind you, the reason that we were staring at each other is because I had done saw homegirl probably like 4 months ago, baby. Baby done came back, and I'm talking about half of her body was gone. So, I didn't want to be like, oh, girl, you lost weight, because it's a plethora of reasons why people could lose weight. You see what I'm saying? It could be health reasons. It could just be them wanting to lose weight, whatever the case may be. But we all know that taking weight off is hard. Okay, so the fact that I saw her 4 months ago and she was big as hell, and all of a sudden she's back and look like half of her body gone, baby, I was astonished. I was shocked. So she was like, yes, it's me. I'm like, what's going on, girl? I'm like, you look so good. You lost weight. So she was itching to tell me. She was like, oh, yeah, girl, I had gastric sleeve. Now, for y'all who don't know, gastric sleeve is actually, you undergo a surgery where the surgeon actually removes a portion of your stomach, shrinks it to the point that you're not eating as much, okay? Okay, all right. Now I don't remember what percentage of the stomach that is that they're moving out. Don't make me lie. I think they take 40%. They take 60% of your stomach or 40% of your stomach out, whatever the case may be. I know that you're left with a little slither of a stomach. Okay, so I'm like, girl, you look real good. She was like, I was meaning to, tell you about it, but we at work, and I didn't know how people would take it, because when you're overweight, morbidly obese, whatever you want to call it, baby. A lot of times you're sensitive about a lot of topics because you already feel bad about yourself, right? So people initially don't just want to walk up to you and tell you about your weight, because often it happens a lot. And sometimes people think that you just don't want to hear that you're overweight. No, it's just that you're being told so fucking much. You know what I'm saying? It's like the feather that broke the camel back. So whatever. She was like, I've been wanting to tell you about it because I be seeing you. I feel like you're a really pretty girl or whatever, and I wanted to tell you about the surgery, but I didn't know how to approach you. So I'm like, girl, I ain't that sensitive. Go ahead and talk to me. You feel me? So she was like, okay. She was like, yeah, I got this gastric sleeve surgery. Well, she got a gastric bypass. She didn't get gastric sleeve. So gastric bypass is different. I believe they don't cut your stomach. I believe they, so what? Put a band on it or something like that. Don't make me lie. I don't know exactly how the bypass goes. I just know about the gastric sleeve. So she was like, yeah, I ended up getting a gastric bypass, and she was like, girl, I'm down 100 pounds. And it had been, I'm lying, it wasn't like 4 months, it had to be like 6 months or whatever the case may be. So I was like, okay, girl, like, you look really, really good or whatever. And she was like, yeah, you need to get it. And I was like, I ain't gonna lie, because when you're overweight, you want to slither of hope of losing the weight. But when you do it naturally, it's just really, really, really hard. Not saying it's not hard with the gastric sleeve, so don't get me wrong. It is hard with the gastric sleeve. I'm gonna move on to that. And she was telling me about it, and she was like, you should get it. And I was like, girl, I can't afford that. So, even though we work at the same job, I was like, girl, I can't afford it. I don't know how you were saving your chips, baby, but I ain't got that type of money. And she was like, the job pay for it. I was like, what? Boom. Went home and told my ex-boyfriend, he's my ex now, at the time he was my boyfriend, and he was like, oh, surgery, oh, I'm scared of surgery, you don't need to get no surgery, and I ain't gonna lie, I had a little fear about it myself, so I was like, yeah, you're right, I ain't gonna get the surgery. He was like, you could just walk it off. Baby, at the time, my back was killing me because I was so overweight. it was like ridiculous. Like my back was killing me. I ain't want to walk. I ain't want to do nothing. I ain't even have the strength. Like if I walked outside, if I walked just for like 5 minutes, I couldn't even walk for like 2 minutes. Back was killing me, was tired. I was breathing hard. It was just crazy. It was to the point where I used to be snoring so loud at nighttime, but I loved eating because I was going through with my boyfriend. Like I said, I was an emotional eater, so I was constantly eating. Fast forward, I go back to my job. I end up meeting this boy named Obi. May his soul rest in peace. The boy Obi, whatever, gay, flamboyant guy who I was really cool with at the job, and he had got the surgery. So I looked at Obi. Obi was big as a house. Now, mind you, Obi was like 600 pounds, like 6'4". He was a mountain, okay? He had done came back. He was like, I got the surgery. I'm like, you look good, XYZ. Okay. He pushed me. He was like, girl, do this for you. Don't care about nobody else. Don't you want to be healthy? Don't you want to look good? Don't you want to feel fabulous? Don't you want to, So he had done boost me. So I'm like, right back. So I ended up going through this thing called Surgery Plus. Surgery Plus was with my job, and they basically send the information to the surgeon. I had to go through a plethora of testing and things like that. So I had to give blood work. I had to do X-rays. So basically you have to have a primary doctor because they have to make sure that you're good. Got the surgery August 30. Well, first of all, you have to be mentally prepared. You have to have a support team. You have to be ready to do it. You have to have the right reasons to do it. Initially, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I was getting ready to break up with my boyfriend. I was like, and he was cheating on me with his ex-girlfriend, which was skinny, and I was like, I'm gonna look good on this dude. Like, wrong reasons. But then I also was like, I'm tired of being fat. I'm tired of not being able to go where I want to go. I'm tired of not being able to do the things that I want to do. You know what I mean? So, out of breath, can't go nowhere. Or if you go out, you have social anxiety because you big as hell and everybody else smaller, or you want to get on rides or da-da-da, people looking at you, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, dropped a lot of weight for sure. We'll get into it. So August, I had went to the consultation July. My surgeon was like, no, I went to the consultation in July. My surgeon was like, you can get the surgery first week of August because I didn't have to go through the whole therapy thing. If you have an option to do therapy, please get your mind together because trust me, it is not a cakewalk. It's not a cakewalk. So don't think it's a cakewalk because it's not. It's a real serious process when you're going through the surgery. It's not easy. So, okay. I didn't have to go through the whole therapy process and this and that and go through all the seminars because of Surgery Plus. I was able to go straight into it. So he was like, the first week of August you get your surgery. I'm like, the second week of August. I was like, things started happening. I pushed it back towards the end of August. Okay. Got everything I needed, got my blood work, this, that, and the third, whatever the case may be. So my surgery was August 31st. Baby, when I tell you August 30th, I was shitting bricks. I was scared. I was like, I'm not finna do this. I'm not finna go through with this surgery. Forget about it. I was telling my family, I was scared because at that point, the day before, I had to go get all my stuff, like talk to the surgeon's desk and this and that, and their assistants. And she was like, okay, you can't eat today. You can't eat today. You can't eat, smoke, don't do nothing. Like, you can't. I was like, I can't eat. I was hungry. Mind you, the day before, when I had to go see them face to face, so they give me the prescriptions and stuff like that, I ain't eat nothing because I was already nervous. So it's 1 o'clock and I ain't eat nothing but a 50-cent bag of chips, okay? And she was like, you can't eat. It started getting real for me. So I started calling my family. I'm like, I don't want to get this surgery no more because I had to go inside the surgery. I had to go to surgery the following morning. I had to be there the surgery started at 8, so I had to be there at 6 a.m., okay? And all throughout the afternoon, I was like, I'm not doing this no more. I can't do this. Like, I quit. Tune in for part 2.